Holy moly, I've got some silver. I've unboxed some silver on my channel. It's not my silver, but silver has been unboxed, and we shall be having a look at what somebody is looking to part with this coming week. So join me as I unbox two lovely packages and we have a good close look at what they are selling and how I make sure that when I sell it for them, it's all above board. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for another precious metal ramble and unboxing. We've got some beautiful platinum coins here to have a quick look at, and as I was unpackaging them with the post today, I thought, you know what, it's been a long time since we've just done a traditional silver unboxing. Like in the times gone by pre-Brexit, where we could order and open giant parcels of silver. We're going to do that a little bit today. So just a bit of a shooting the breeze unboxing, basically a little bit of fun, and hopefully we can all see some shiny things. Now, the bits that I'm unboxing are not my silver, unfortunately. They are somebody else's that has been sent to me to sell on their behalf, part of my Backyard Bullion Buyers Club, or Sellers Club, I guess you could call it as well. So there's quite a bit of silver in here, and I wish it was all mine, but sadly it's not. But we can still enjoy it and have a look at it. And if anybody is interested in buying any of this, I won't be listing it for sale today because I'm trying to take it a little bit easier and not, you know, do a load of work on a weekend. And it's a Sunday evening, and the last thing I want to do is a whole bunch of order management and getting people's bank details and everything all arranged. So tomorrow, Monday, there will be a newsletter email sent out with all of the silver that is for sale in this batch, and a few other packages as well, and the platinums, and they'll all be then filtered out to the wider world, and people can buy them, and that's what we're going to do. So it's kind of a day of the week, Monday to Friday type selling affair, let's call it. So that's where we are with these, so don't go and rush to my website thinking I want to buy it now. But for context, these will all be priced around the £26, £27 an ounce mark, depending on their types and conditions, and I'll be going through all of those in due course, but maybe a little bit more for the platinums, of course, rather than 26 an ounce. But we've got a whole bunch of what looks to be maples in there, in the first box, and then we come now to the second box. What I think is really quite cool about this, though, is that all of these bits of silver have already been here on the Backyard Bullion table before, because this customer got in touch with me as he had bought a whole bunch of silver through our big group orders. Gosh, do you remember those? The big group orders back in the day. Now I'm just going to take this one away. There's a address on that. We'll just make sure that's not on show. So yeah, we have a whole bunch of silver that have come in from various group orders in the past, and this gentleman got in touch and said that he was looking maybe now to sell, and so it's kind of cool that it's come around in a sort of full circle. Now, one thing that I will say to the gentleman, who probably will watch this video, I would imagine, packaging wise, it needs to be better. So I would always say, like, yeah, it's good that you're using a cardboard box. My top tips here for some packaging, definitely good cardboard boxes are needed, but inside always double pack the items. So we can see here that we've got a little small issue in that one of the tubes has opened. So you know, there's going to be some potential quality issues if coins had even jumped out of bags. It's good that there's an inner bag here, but what I would make sure to do is every single tube I would retape. I would put some new fresh tape on. You can get these super stickies, you know, strong heavy duty tape. That's probably the best thing to do, and just make sure that these tubes are not going to come open. That's the best thing to do, and then I would individually wrap each tube within the internal part of the packaging with essentially bubble wrap. I think it's usually the best thing to do, bubble wrap. There are some, like this one though, it's mint sealed, so that's kind of cool. It's still in its original container. Now, unfortunately from my perspective, I do have to open that because I will be testing all of these coins for their purity, basically, to make sure that we are all above board with everything that we are selling. I would not want anyone to ever get any kind of fake silver. So yes, and this one's got the lid open, so if we just do that carefully, like so. I would never want anybody to get fake silver, and my commitment is to use my experience, my knowledge and equipment to make sure that that does not happen. So we have got here the Sigma, it's just a Sigma Basic, but this is a really good tool for essentially first port of call checking. So you don't want to rely on it entirely. Oh, I'm just going to reach and get some gloves because we're going to handle a few of these coins. So you don't want to rely on the Sigma entirely. You need to have it as part of a bigger picture for your testing regime if you're looking to test silver and gold. Generally speaking, it's a first port of call. If there's something wrong with the coin, the Sigma will probably give you an indication for further testing need to be done. However, if a coin ends up looking like it's something that's got the right weight and dimensions, then you're pretty much there as something that's going to be genuine. There is really very limited chance of it being something completely out of kilter. But nevertheless, it's always worth educating yourself as much as possible on the silver that you get in. So we're going to have here, let's just have a quick look at some of these kangaroos, as this is an open tube already. So if we just get one of them out for now, and we're just going to put that on there in the middle, perfectly in the middle. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it's all fine and dandy, but what I would do, and what I do after this, is I will go and weigh each individual piece, and I'll have a little check of all of the diameters of everything and the thicknesses too. So we can then basically see that this kangaroo has the right width, the right depth, and it's not having any issues on the Sigma, and that's good enough from my own perspective as an individual seller to have a very good sort of understanding in my mind that this is a genuine silver coin and it's nothing that's been faked. Now there are of course limitations on this. If you have big chunky silver bars or big chunky gold bars, they are potentially going to have things that this won't test. We can test here on the platinum as well. So if we put the platinum down there in the middle, in between the brackets, as you can see, it's always a little bit difficult with these big plastic things on there. You sometimes have to get them exactly right on, but I will be of course down there, like it's within the brackets, that's all fine and good. But what I could do is do even better with the Sigma wand and get the wand out and have a good close look at individual parts of the coin, because sometimes the high relief natures of the design, they don't necessarily lend it to be quite as good for testing. So there's a whole host of different things that you can do to test. Now these machines are not cheap. They run into close to the £1,000 mark, certainly for us in the United Kingdom. There we go. So now we've got the wand right on it. Hopefully the camera's picking that up, but it's damn smack in the middle of the brackets. Hopefully that's now showing. Well, it was in the middle of the brackets. It's now one over to the right, but that's fine from my perspective. And again, testing the weight and the dimensions of these, and you'll get a good indication of the accuracy of it. Now, let's have another look at some of these other coins that we've got in here. So we've got some maples, we've got some kangaroos by the looks of it, a few eagles in there, probably some Austrian Philharmonics. So let's have a look and see what the condition of the maples are. Ooh, the big old milk manias that are the maples. Let's get the other glove on. So yeah, testing, important. That's what I do. That's what we will do here. And I will of course go through each and every one of these coins in due course on their own to check them all. Now, in terms of like where things are from the selling perspective, right now people are certainly looking to cash out where they can. And if they are wanting to, they're getting good prices for things right now. Like I said, these ones here look pretty good condition. There's not any that I'm seeing with a major amount of milk on. I will be going through each one to check. These are some of the better condition maples that I've certainly seen in my time. But I will be going through and I'll check every single one of them. And if there are some, I think I saw one of the ones on the top here was quite milky. So let's just have a look at this one and see if it is, or if it was just, there's a little bit of sort of discoloration and milking on there. So a coin like that we would put to one side, and then it's basically just down to the customer to say, look, this one is not as good as others, and it does need to have a little bit of a price reduction on it compared with, brand new one that looks pretty and doesn't have all of the horrible milk issues. So milking is definitely a factor. People ask me a lot of the time, does it matter if it's got a bit of milk on it? Should we, should we check every single coin? Should we make sure every single coin is carefully stored as possible, yeah, it does make a difference. Will you stop it entirely? Probably not. See that the customer here's got these little silica pouches, and they were within this Perth Mint tube. Perth Mint's not always known for it's perfect coins. There are some that get milks on them. Another one here, we've got another little silica pack in there. There's nothing wrong with doing that at all. I would encourage anything that you can do to try and help the quality of your coins and stay as good as possible is a good idea. But generally, it's not going to stop milk spotting. If milk spotting is going to happen, that's not really anything to do with a silica gel pack. But what the silica gel pack has done, I think, quite well on these ones is keep them in as lovely condition as possible. So these will garner a couple of, maybe a pound or so an ounce more than they would if they were just in regular bullion condition. So well done on the customer there for keeping as many as possible in as good a condition as possible. So what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Was this a full tube? I think it was. 4 tubes of maples, and this one doesn't look quite full, but as close to full as possible. We've got 1 full tube of eagles, 1 full tube of philharmonics by the looks of it, and then this tube was about 2/3 full. And then in the kangaroo one there, that looks like a full tube of kangaroo. So a decent haul of silver for the seller to look to sell. Oh, and we've also got this little package over here. Let's have a look, see what was in here. Maybe there was another couple of things. Okay, they look like printer cartridges. Not entirely sure why the customer has sent me some printer cartridges. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm not needed them, but printer ink is as valuable as gold right now, let me tell you. It's certainly expensive. But anyway, so there we have a little casual unboxing. So that's kind of what I do as a intermediary seller. So I'll be processing all of these coins now by checking every single one on the Sigma. And when I say every single one, I do mean every single one. I'll be opening every tube up, handling them with care, and making sure that every single one has at least a test on the Sigma. That's a really good indication in my mind. And then I'll be doing some further tests on them as well to make sure everything's above board. And then, as I said at the beginning of the video, there will be a newsletter blast that goes out tomorrow. And there you will find all the links to my website. And you can probably find them in the description box below, or just go to backyardbullion.com. There won't be anything up for sale right now. It will go up tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm filming on Saturday, but it's Sunday when this will be released, and it will be Monday when these coins go live in public. So it'll be some point during the mid to late morning. I don't know exactly when just now, and then I'm sure they'll all sell very quickly. Things do tend to sell very quickly. The platinums might take a bit of time to sell, but generally speaking, we'll have all of these coins sold within an hour or two, I would think, maybe. Depends on what sort of speed the seller's looking for. And then we'll get them all out to customers. So there we have a bit of an impromptu unboxing, a bit of a relaxing unboxing. That was quite fun. I do miss doing the big unboxings from the European Mint group orders. So definitely fun to do them again. Let me know if you've enjoyed it by hitting that thumbs up button, and also just generally leaving a comment and letting us know how your weekend's going. It'd be great to hear from you down in that comment section. Otherwise, we'll see you soon. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other videos out there. Here's another little announcement for anyone watching to the end. I know the Backyard Bullion Ramblers like this. So the upside down Britannia, or the upside down King Charles, whichever way you want to look at it. We're auctioning one on eBay. It's live right now. I'll try and remember to put links in the description box below, but go and check it out. And I have no doubt it's going to be very, very popular, so we'll see how it gets on. But upside down King Charles on a Britannia, not how it should look, for sure. That's going to be pretty fun. So that's it from me. We'll see you next time. Thank you all for watching. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.